It takes a while for the light to actually come on. Okay. What do you get? What do you get? My notebook. There we go. This is my notebook. It's new. Where will I show you? Put that there, put that there. I'm going to close that. Okay. Right. Oh, messy desk. So in here I keep my, it's like this on every page. I keep my notes for every lecture. And the book comes with me pretty much everywhere. Oh, these are sermon preparation notes, and just whatever I'm doing. This is phonetics class preparation. Yeah, so whatever I'm doing goes in here. Only stuff from September last year to to June this year, so the book's nearly complete, even though I've just shown you loads of empty pages. Our project was the pastoral cycle as devised by Paul Ballard and John Pritchard, which is a 4-step cycle starting with experience. So you're meant to you have your experience and it goes wrong. It can be in a church or it can be anywhere. I found this system of solving problems is not limited to pastoral work, even though it's called the pastoral cycle. So you have your bad experience. Then you explore it to think about what went wrong. You reflect on it to think about how to solve it. And then you take action, and that essentially becomes your new experience, and the cycle goes on and on forever. It's like it's a circle going this way with its arrows, but it's also, if you imagine it coming out of the page, it's an ongoing spiral. Oh, here's an ongoing spiral. Yeah. That's the cycle in illustrative terms. In illustrative terms, in the form of an illustration would be better. And then for our project we had to address, the background of it, the pros and cons of it, give a case study sort of thing, an explanation of the cycle, a short evaluation, and reference our working. Alright, so the presentation had to be done in the form of a poster, A1 sized, and this is the drawing that I did initially. I said this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have a title at the top that says the pastoral cycle. It's going to have its introduction here, an explanation here, a little case study, little evaluation and conclusion. I didn't put the pros and cons space on this one. References, thinking I'd have loads of them, and then a smiley face, which didn't make it. Well, it kind of did. Someone on our team challenged me to make this look like an ongoing spiral, so this is my attempt at a 3-dimensional drawing of the same thing, which kind of works. I had to play with the arrow, be a bit experimental, and of course playing with a phased edge, one that looks like it has a larger foreground and a smaller background for all 4 of these sections, and it kind of looks like it's a spiral coming out of the page, where this box should look like it's slightly more forward, more proud of this box, whilst also this one being further ahead, and this one being further ahead, and this one being further ahead of this one. I've just received a message. Cool. Back to the poster. That was now going to go here. I needed to rejig all of this information, so that now looks like this later on. I've added a pros and cons sections. I've illustrated the application study area now with a smaller version of this. Also, we wanted to put, the original cycle here, the act, see, judge, and then we'd write a little bit about why this system is so different. Oh, here's some other attempts at doing a 3D thing. Some work better than others. My 3D arrows aren't so great. Is there another page of this? Oh, illustrations. We're like, how do we convey the whole thing, this cycle, through the form of pictures? And we've got our experience. The experience is he's teaching, they're clueless. The exploration is just him thinking. The reflection is him looking up solutions. And then the action is him trying his new thing. So it's essentially this, but instead of them being clueless, they're happy with just mouths and no other facial features. To make them bigger for the poster. What else is there to show you from the notebook? Oh, there's me. I was going to draw a much bigger, more... No, what's the word? I don't know. I was trying to do a bigger, more detailed picture of what we had to do. Anyway, the next phase was digitizing the poster. That's taking the information from the book and putting it on the computer. I'm showing you the keyboard while it loads. Okay, so here it is. This is version 1 with no text on it. This is all pork themed filler text. So it just has random words related with meat in some way. It starts with bacon, you can see some swine, some chuck, some meatloaf, whatever. It's just random text, it's filler text. Titles here, authors, whatever. There's my basic picture. It doesn't really explain what anything is. You got your pros and cons here. Likewise, there's filler text, and there's where the example will go, our reflection will go, where the references will go, and our names at the bottom. Yeah, so that was that. Then we got, so I'm pointing it away in case the wrong thing comes up. Right, then I made an update, so here's, hang on, template 1, and here's template 2. So you can see it's a little bit more three-dimensional, everything's been rejiggered a bit, pictures have changed. We've still got filler text. Everything just looks a little bit more interesting, I hope. So we've now, we've added a third colour as well. This is all teal and white. This one is teal, black and white, and it just looks a little bit tidier. References in black at the bottom. Our names are still there. What happened? We looked at the, what is this? The poster format requirements. It's A4, legible, readable from 1.5 meters. Here's this from a previous video, which I used to make sure. That's 1.5 meters. You can read size 30. That's the smallest. That's good to know. Concise but communicates the information well. We've tried, combines text, diagrams, pictures, graphs, etc. No graphs. There's nothing to tabulate into graph form, but we've tried the others. It's divided into sections. Each should be able to stand on its own, but combined provide a coherent account of the model. Check. Is attractive and appealing. That's, well, obviously that's subjective. It is an aesthetic feature. But we've deliberately made ours look boring, actually. because we looked at last year's group. Last year students were given the same assignment, and I know the guys that did this cycle kind of made it a Simpsons related joke, and it was brightly coloured. We've deliberately gone for professional business presentation kind of appearance, so it's a bit different. I still think it's attractive and appealing, I hope. Clear regarding how it should be read, use arrows where appropriate. I read that differently. Clear regarding how it should be read, don't use arrows or it's not appropriate. And include a heading with a concise title, authors and college course. Of course, that didn't happen. We had our title, our authors went at the bottom when it was supposed to be a heading. And the college course wasn't even on there at all. So, mark 3. There we go, pictures are now included. The ones you saw drawn in my scrapbook, they've now been digitized and put in here. Plus, all the filler text has been replaced with actual text. Our names are at the top, and so is the module name, which is Frameworks in Applied Theology, but it should really be Applying Applied Theology. I've had to stretch out the pros and cons to be a bit wider. And oh yes, this diagram's here too. So this is all with the genuine text. Yes, there was still, I sent this is the one that I said, okay, just do proofreading now, and then we're going to send it to print. I had to make some changes. I also, yes, so what's the difference between this one and this one? Well, literally it's darker, that's pretty much it. I made the arrows look more 3D by darkening the tail end so it looks like it's deeper into the page. Also, there's a little bit of a vignette, but only on the teal areas. So that's cool. And that's it, that was the final product. That got sent for printing and is now sitting here on my bed, on top of other things actually on my bed. This is, for comparison, that's my hand spanning one of those 4 boxes, so it's quite big. Well, there's the top of my guitar with its capo, also McKlatch branded. Yeah, so that's going to be put, oh no, what's going to happen? We're going to put it on, look, it's me. We're going to present it to the class. They can criticize it all they want, and then it'll go on the wall, I hope. The guy that printed this really likes paper. He wouldn't roll it up into a cardboard tube. He said lie it as flat as you can and stick it up to the wall with these little Velcro tabs, because if you don't get it on the wall straight with blue tack or sticky tape, you have to peel it off and damage it, whereas with this, if it's not on straight, all you have to do is peel it off and realign it. It does no damage to the poster. That guy loves paper. Cool, so thanks for watching. Sorry it happened to be another long video because I actually cared about what I was talking about today. Okay, good night.